Department of Homeland Security has announced plans to turn NDCS's work ethic camp in McCook into a detention facility. Thanks for joining us. I'm Madison Pitch. It's been the talk of the state for much of the afternoon. The work ethic camp in McCook will now be repurposed as a detention facility for people awaiting deportation and other immigration proceedings. Within the last half hour, Governor Pillen was in McCook speaking on the decision, saying this should be a priority for Nebraskans.
This has not been about an immigration issue. This has been about terrorists and criminals coming across the river, swimming across.
He was speaking at the McCook Regional Airport along with the mayor and the Red Willow County Sheriff. Governor Pillen discussed working with Kristi Noem last week as agents toured the McCook facility before ultimately choosing this site. McCook's mayor says updates on the project, like timeline and scope, will be discussed later on. We learned a lot more about this plan earlier today from the leaders of the Nebraska State Patrol, the Nebraska Department of Corrections, and the Nebraska National Guard in a press conference at the Capitol. Our Darsha Dodge was there and brings us the latest. Darsha.
Madison, it was a very last-minute meeting here at the Capitol, but Nebraska's media had a chance to talk with the heads of 3 agencies about that McCook facility being repurposed for ICE detentions. They are calling it Cornhusker Clink. Now, according to Rob Jeffries, head of the Nebraska Department of Corrections, this facility currently can hold up to 200 inmates with the opportunity to expand for an additional 100 using the, quote, open spaces that exist within that building itself. Now, there is no time. National Guard Adjutant General Craig Strong called this a, quote, great day for Nebraska and said federal funds will cover 20 National Guard personnel to assist ICE in a non-law enforcement function.
To that end, the Nebraska National Guard has been requested to provide up to 20 National Guard personnel in support of U.S. immigration and customs enforcement.
We are committed to our mission of keeping people safe with repurposing the work ethic camp to an ICE detention center. The partnership will be formalized with an interstate support agency with an initial 365-day commitment.
And the Nebraska State Patrol will offer up to 6 troopers to train and assist ICE through a 287G partnership. That is 1 trooper for each State Patrol region. Now, when asked if Nebraska offered up the facility or if they were just told that ICE was coming to take it, Director Jeffries called it a mutual agreement. Jeffries adding that facility is audited and accredited, and the staff there are, quote, in the business of corrections. Madison, as of right now, that agreement with the National Guard will run through November 15th, but of course it could be extended. Adjutant General Strong said those staff of the task will be heading for specialized training later this week and are set to report to their post sometime after Labor Day.
Yeah, so Darsha, the big question here, what will happen to the prisoners that are currently in that work ethic camp?
Madison, there's more than 180 prisoners, 186 I believe, that are going to be spread out among other corrections facilities here in Nebraska. That comes directly from Director Jeffries himself.
And on top of that, who is paying for all of this?
That was a question asked by a lot of Nebraska's media here today, and every time we asked, no matter who we asked that question to, the answer was always the same. This is all federal funds. This is all being federal funded, from the training that the troopers are going to the National Guard deployment. All of that is being federally funded. That is what we were told today here at the Capitol.
All right, Darsha, thank you for that report.
No Nazis in Nebraska!
No Nazis in Nebraska!
This is the energy at the state capitol since that announcement. People have begun to stand outside with signs and chants protesting the decision. Some people holding signs calling it, quote, Auschwitz on the prairie. Others saying this isn't, quote, Nebraskan ICE. Here's what one protester had to say about this decision.
We don't need a detention facility where we're going to house our neighbors, our people who come here to work and build lives and families. They don't deserve to live out their lives in a detention facility, a concentration camp.
There are protests like this one slated to happen across the state. And we're hearing from Senator Pete Ricketts this evening too. In a statement about the facility, he said in part, quote, "Nebraskans elected President Trump to secure the border and keep Americans safe. I voted for the One Big Beautiful bill with this goal in mind. I am familiar with the work ethic camp in McCook from my time as governor. It's a great fit for ICE's needs. This move will support the local community and keep jobs in McCook." The announcement of the repurposing of the McCook detention facility inspiring reactions from both community members and advocates. The executive director of the Center for Legal Immigration Assistance telling us detention facilities like this violate the rights of the people they detain.
Everybody in the United States, regardless of status, has certain rights afforded to them by the U.S. Constitution. So think about if we were arrested for a misdemeanor offense and thrown in a facility like that and how we would feel. Wouldn't we feel like our due process rights were being violated?
Choate said that the process for legally becoming a citizen can take anywhere from a few years to a decade, adding that she believes facilities like this are simply targeting immigrants unfairly.